The X-rated Adventures of Furious George by Verbalizer X. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here is the tall tale of the evil little monkey known as Furious George. Furious George was the meanest motherfucking ass monkey to live in fairy tale land. One day he had a plan to raise some hell across the land. Drink some brews, smoke some cigarettes, and screw some hoes too. Just as Furious George got done contemplating his devious plan, the tall man in the yellow hat came in with a baseball bat to whack George across his ass for going into his weed stash. The tall motherfucker in the yellow hat said, "Look here, you little hairy thieving son of a bitch. I'm tired of you smoking my shit and pissing on my clean ass floors." Furious George replied, "I'm tired of this goody two-shoe bullshit also. If you're thinking about hitting me with that baseball bat, I'll break your motherfucking neck, you tall, lanky, stanky son of a bitch." Just as the tall man tried to calm Furious George down, George jumped up in a hell of rage on his master, and boy was it a goddamn disaster. He hit the tall man in his nuts, kicked him in his butt. George cut the tall man's yellow silk drawers from his balls and stuffed them nasty, stanky motherfuckers in his mouth, and then proceeded to burn down the goddamn house. Furious George stole the tall man's yellow caddy and drove down to the neighborhood bar. George walked his badass on in and drank 35 brews, smoked a carton of cools at the fucking bar stool. After drinking 35 brews and smoking the carton of cools, he started to act like a fool. George tried to leave the bar without paying the bill. The bartender jumped from behind the bar, grabbed George's little leg and slammed him on his hairy ass head. The bartender thought Furious George was dead. Oh, yeah. Furious George jumped up and bit the bartender in the ass and scratched him in his nuts. The poor bartender started screaming so furious, George kicked him in his bald head and knocked him out. Furious George told the bartender this, "Have a drink on me, you old ancient decrepit son of a bitch." Furious George proceeded to piss in the unconscious bartender's mouth and then burned down the bar. Furious George jumped in the yellow caddy and drove down to Sesame Street, where he parked the car in front of a malt shop. Furious George sat in the Cadillac, rolled up a fat blunt, lit it up and started to huff and puff while drinking a fifth of Hennessy. After smoking the blunt and drinking the Hennessy, George was so high he ran Bert and Ernie over with the stolen yellow Cadillac and didn't look back. Furious George got the munchies, fried and ate Big Bird. Elmo started crying and screaming, shook down the Cookie Monster for his cookies, slapped the shit out of Grover, stabbed the Count with a weed pipe. It got so damn bad that the mayor and police chief of fairy tale land called it slaughter on Sesame Street. Furious George was the great-great-great-grandson of the Signifying Monkey. Furious George came up to a whorehouse and sneaked his little hairy badass right on in. On the first floor he witnessed Jack fucking Jill. On the second floor the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker run a train on little Bo Peep. He witnessed little boy Blue and little Red Riding Hood screwing too. On the third floor he saw Dan, the fucking man, doing his thing with 25 women at the same time. He witnessed the three little pigs snorting cocaine while torturing the big bad wolf. While Furious George was distracted, the tall man in the yellow hat came in with his baseball bat. The tall man yelled out to Furious George, "You little hairy disrespectful motherfucker, you smoke my weed, scratch my nuts, cut my yellow silk drawers from my balls, then stuff them dirty stanky motherfuckers in my mouth, plus burn down my house. To add insult to injury, you decided to steal my yellow Cadillac, you lazy bastard, and slaughtered Sesame Street." Furious George tried to jump on the tall man in the yellow hat. This time George missed his mark and got cracked with that damn baseball bat. After knocking him out, the tall man proceeded to cut off the little devious monkey's tiny balls off and threw them down the hall. After humiliating Furious George, the tall man told him this, "Furious George, I had to discipline you today. Furious George, smoking my shit, fighting with me, burning down my house, stealing my yellow Cadillac, drinking brews and smoking cools, causing mayhem on Sesame Street and sneaking into a whorehouse. I just couldn't pardon that shit, you sick son of a bitch." Furious George up with your ugly ass uncle, King Kong. Furious George told the tall man this before the cops took him away.
All you uptight